final things of the audit so it can get distributed. I need IPs updates. Yeah, then also preparing the presentation for the ETH Barcelona, and then yeah, payments for all the contributors and make sure like everything's correct, because I think like we could do like payments during this week because we already started the week. And then there's a topic like I feel like it's very interesting that we could tackling. Gitcoin is working on civil detection, and yeah, maybe we could just give it a read and see if we can do something out of it in the TC. And yeah, I'll pass it to NT.
Thanks. Yeah. Intentions was, well, yes. Seeing how are we going to how are we going to present the audit now that it's ready, and no distractions for the moment. I'll pass it on to Ivy.
Thanks, Auntie. Yeah, I just want to give updates on what I found on the audit, because I have some comments on the audit, and maybe we can set a target date for its release. So those are my intentions. Yeah, that's it. I pass it to Jean.
Thanks, Ms. Ivy. Yeah, apologies for just jumping into the group, but I'm just interested in the transparency work group, so I thought I would come in and listen in to what you all have been up to. And I have no distractions this morning, so thankfully. And pass to Bear.
We cannot hear you, Bear. Okay, meanwhile, Bear, fix the mic. Like, I think we can just keep going, but feel free to interrupt at any time, Bear, when you think like your mic is good. Just, yeah, interrupt so we can hear your intentions and distractions for the call. So yeah, actually in this, yeah, actually like I wanted to check like with everyone. I think everyone is in this call. So yeah, check like all those payments are final. So we can start doing those. And the only thing we would need is like a forum post on the proposal. Yeah, basically like what we do every month. But since Sephra, I think you're requesting it for the first time. What we normally do, we just go to the transparency proposal. Funding.
Now that ratio is not going to work here, like to contribute here, and anyways, the spreadsheet is coming to an end because it was
No, I made a copy, and
yeah, but, what I thought is instead of extending that particular one, maybe we could use the format that Bear has been using in Gravity, for example. That I think it was pretty clever.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. If there is a way to make it easier, I was thinking just to, yeah, get this file and then reuse it, like make an empty one.
Oh yeah, I'm suggesting that just because we said we wanted to sort of standardize to some extent the documents we use across TEC, and so I thought that would be a nice idea now that that document, that it's only up to April, so we could start May using a more standardized
yeah. Can you drop it?
sheet.
Can you drop it here in the agenda?
If Bear can, because I don't have it, I don't know where to find that.
He's here, but he has some problem with the mic. Okay, and then just drop the link in in the agenda, so we can check the doc. But yeah, basically what we need. So like if you guys can just make the comment today, that'd be super helpful. So yeah, it's basically like I'm requesting the amount of the of die and then the task accomplished, and then yeah, that's it. Like yeah, and then we just maybe like me and you, Ivy, can have a call tomorrow or in 2 days.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we make sure like everyone gets their payment. And yeah, that's the first bullet. I mean, I don't know, Barry, if you already have the link, so we can check the doc before jumping to the next point. Okay, so let's just type it here. So yeah, basically what in the audit, like it's done. The only thing missing is like UIB wanted to make a like a last edit on the like typos and formatting and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I haven't finished reviewing it yet, but so far I'm still in part 3. Okay, so the first one mostly are formatting, but there is also some parts of the content that that I have that I found that can be confusing. But yeah, so the first one is the repetitive description on every slide. If in the process, in the description, in the first slide. Oh, should I share my screen? Or yeah, you can just open the Figma file.
It's a bit slow.
Okay, can you zoom in?
Let me make it presentation so it's easier to scroll. So
Yeah,
part 3 is then, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, can you go back to part 1? I just want to show the repetitive description. Like, for example, the processes. So in the first slide, we already described what the section is all about. And then in the next slides, you can see that processes, it still has the description in every slide. The section covers the corporate procedures. And if you go to each slide, it's there.
Yeah.
And then if you go to part 3, you can see that yeah, can you go to part 3 please? You can see that yeah, for example here in the next slide. So there is a description, and then the next slide. Yeah. So it's the description in 3.1, it's under the text and not under the section. And then if you go to the next slide, it's under the section heading again. So I think we can just remove the description for every slide because it's repetitive, and then we can just put the number or the section, like funding pool reserve and fund movement, and then just remove the description. This section goes through the financial specifics.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's quite. I think it's a bit repetitive.
So, and you would also remove the title or not?
I think we can keep the title.
Yeah.
But the description we can yeah, but so that's my comment. I don't know who will be I mean for the okay, let me just go through the other comments first. And then also for TEC, I feel like it's confusing to say, like, when we say TEC as a DAO and TEC as a token, I think it would be easier for us to understand that we're talking about a token if we put the $ before it. And then if we're talking about the DAO as a TEC, we remove the TEC at the dollar sign. So
Yeah,
if we can make sure that it's consistent, I don't know if everybody agrees to that suggestions. So it's clear that we're talking that in some statements we're talking about the DAO, and some statements we're talking about the token. So that's the other comment that I have. And then the other one, the commas in decimals are not yet updated or not applied. I know we talked about this last time, but I don't know if we just want to copy paste.
No, I think Enti was about to change those, but probably he changed it on the master file.
Yeah.
Let me check.
So I still have to go through this. I still found some typos. So the minor ones, I just correct them directly on Figma. But for some repetitive typo or repetitive errors, maybe somebody can help fixing it, making sure that they're consistent all throughout the document. Like the TEC, and then the description, and then commas. Like
I actually would like to get that done today, so I'm up to do it myself. Like, just tell me what do we need to get done.
So these are the first ones that I noticed, but I still have to go over this document in the next days, because the other thing that I noticed, if you go to section in the master file, I made a comment there earlier, section 3.1.2
In the wait.
master file, and it's also in Figma.
Oh, it's
So
also
if you go to 3.1.2, 3.1.2. Go back. 3.1.2.
3.1. Oh, that's not.
Go back. You have to go back. More.
Yeah.
There. You can see in the note, this doesn't mean that this money is already used. This will be more detailed in these sections. But if you go to the go to section 4, these sections don't exist.
Yeah, it's 3. That's
so
my
I feel
fault.
like we have to go through the document again and make sure that there are no confusing information, and some
this
of
is
these typos.
3.2, 3.3.
Yeah. So those are my initial comments. So when I found those typos and errors, so I feel like we still need to go through the document thoroughly to make sure that all information is correct.
Is that you, Efra? Thank you. Yeah.
So those are my feedback for now, and I still want to review the whole document to make sure that we don't have any missed information or.
When do you think you will get the full review?
Hopefully, I can do it tomorrow or Wednesday, the latest. But if you can help me apply those typos that are mostly formatting and like the commas in decimals and the TEC.
And just want to make sure, I want that to get done today, so I'm up to doing it but if someone wants to help or also do it, just raise your voice. That'd be also awesome to get some help.
I just sent the editing by to Enti. He's helping with the decimals and commas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you also send it to me so I?
Sure. Send me your email.
Yeah, I'll DM you right now. Yeah, thank you guys. So maybe we can even use let's see how the calls evolve, but we can use this second half for
And
for this.
and before I forget, maybe we can also someone can also make sure that all links work and that all links are accurate. Because I noticed that there are many
Yeah.
links in this document. If someone can go through all the links and make sure that they are all working and they lead to the correct documents, that would be also helpful.
Okay, I can actually. I need to go to the Twitter sync, but after this call, I can. Yeah, I can check the links and do a full read. Focus on those things you were saying just now, Ivy. Yeah, Efra just gave me access so to me and Enti. So I think Enti will take care of the numbers, and I will check the links. And yeah, like what else do you like? We check the numbers, the links. We delete the headers. Like this section covers like all these headers. Like all the descriptions. I can choose to that too. And anything else?
The TEC tokens versus TEC DAO.
Okay, I can also do that. Let me just take notes.
I left them in the agenda.
Oh,
my
great.
comments. Yeah. But except the links, maybe you can add the links there because
Yeah. Okay. And then we have to put it into the forum. So we need a forum post. Oh man, we need quite some stuff. And
there's something, if anyone can get that into the agenda as well. The dates. I think we should, instead of using, we should use like day, month, like read a month, not the number, and then year, because Europe and
day
America
month.
uses, yeah. So
but that's what we were. At least that's what I
no,
normally do.
but like month, read a month, not the. No, well, wait. Let me open the agenda because
you mean with
can you?
letters? But
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
But then for there are some places like we can. Or do you want to put letters like, for example, in
if we put
here?
day,
I don't think.
well, we could like put just Jan for January, like the an abbreviation of the month, because I think it can get confusing with with the community all around the globe using different date formats.
Yeah, that's just pity.
And it's I guess it's straight more useful if we put like 26 slash Jan slash 2022.
Yeah, and it's just one more letter, right? It shouldn't affect anything.
Can you go to the agenda, Zep? I wrote there the format that NC is saying.
Okay.
Is that the format that you're looking for? NC, okay.
Okay. Anything else regarding the audit?
Oh, I don't think so. Not from my side.
So then, when that gets done, hopefully like today or tomorrow, we need to make a forum post. I can take care of that. We need to put it into the Gitbook, and there was one more thing we said. Newsletter. I can sing with Manu. Yeah, I can also do those. Like it's pretty straightforward, and I can do it ASAP because this needs to get done soon. Yeah, and the next topic is like me and Ivy are going to present the TEC in ETH Barcelona. So yeah, basically like I don't know, Ivy. I think like we could just put here like the topics we want to chat in there, so we can start thinking and how we like anyone can if anyone wants to help to build the slides and everything, that'd be awesome. Yeah, basically, like we could chat about the topics.
I have one small question. In the 3.1.2.2 TE projects, the continuous library by Omega, is it? It says it's January 1st. Is that correct? Would it be like
Wait, this
February
one.
1st? Yeah.
Where?
The 3.1.2.2.
3.1.
That one.
This one.
You missed. It's like, let me see the number of the slide. Because I'm not in the presenting mode. Um, but the title is TE projects, the technical engineering projects, the table. Number
This
17.
one?
Yeah. The continuous library, the date is the 1st of January, and I don't think
Oh yeah, that's
that
not
doesn't
correct.
seem right. So it's probably February, right?
Yeah, let me check. Gardens. Yeah, I mean the commons was not even deployed. You can also go to this document.
To be honest, I feel like we need a couple of more days to review the content of this audit because there might be some wrong information there, and we need to be careful with those
Yeah.
details. I mean, I'd rather check it again than rush it, you know,
I mean,
before we really publish it. Like maybe we can set like until this Friday just to make sure that we go over this document thoroughly.
I think
Mm.
like before the community call should get done. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Friday, like and it's just review.
Mm.
Like the content is done. We just need to sit and do it. Like I feel
Yeah, the content
it's
is done. Mm-hmm.
I feel it's
But
like no more than 3 hours of work, like to review the whole audit.
okay.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Like, do you think like we need more time than 3 hours or four?
Of course, I thought it was ready, you know. But when I started to give it another read, I just a quick read, you know, and I easily spotted inconsistent information or inaccurate information. So I thought that there might be more that we haven't seen yet, and it would be nice if we can yeah,
I mean,
go over this thoroughly again.
I think if three of us go through it one time, should be good to go.
Yeah, yeah. That would be easier and faster.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to do it today, like my review. Then yeah, let's wait for Wednesday. But the thing is, like, we also have to do like a forum post and like put it into the Gitbook. Like the more time we get to review, the less time I actually have to make like
I
put
mean,
it everything into the places.
we could have like the forum post ready, like sort of a template, and
Yeah.
then just
The
take the
for the
time
for
to,
yeah the
yeah.
forum post, yeah, but then the Gitbook, because the Gitbook format is pretty annoying. Like you have to go
Yeah.
pretty slow. Uh, yeah, library, Comunitas, 4th of March. Oh, you're already doing those? Thank you, Auntie. Yeah, it's 4th of March. I don't know what. I need probably go to this other link. But yeah, since you're already there, like yeah, it's 4 March 2022. Uh, 3.1.2.2.
Was it March or February? Sorry.
March, 4th of March.
Okay. I'll try to move that then.
Great. Okay, yeah, like so is the audit done? IBNT?
Yeah, I don't have any other comments, but I'll keep reviewing this, and I will sync with you if I find other inconsistencies in the document.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and I think like we can just like if we see something like also like like if unless we're changing the content, like feel free to just do like like if NT thinks like this is the right format and he wants to do it, like it's fine. Like if he just edit the document, like I don't think like we need approval for doing stuff. Like we are like we are building this together, and if something is inconsistent, like just make it better, and it's good. So yeah, like the presentation. I don't know, Ivy, what was your expectations with that? But I was expecting like to present like the whole TEC. So like we can talk like about what the TEC is doing, like then the tools we're building, like explain like the reward system, the dashboard, how working groups, like explain the culture.
Are there okay, I thought we'll be only talking about the transparency in the TEC. I wonder if there are other stewards who will be speaking at the at ETH.
This one is for ETH Barcelona. We could also. I was thinking like
yeah,
maybe
in Barcelona.
we could do the
Barcelona, sorry.
same for HCC at some point. Especially if we
No,
don't,
yeah.
especially if we don't get the ticket, like do a presentation is a
Mm,
good way to get in.
yeah, I mean, it Barcelona.
Yeah,
Like,
ETH Barcelona
right.
looks less intimidating.
Yeah. Are there other stewards speaking at ETH Barcelona?
Not that I know, but I'm pretty sure like Chris will be talking about Kivet. I believe Tam will be talking about probably not. It's just my what I guess, but I don't know. But for example, like in Amsterdam, no one spoke about TC, and I really felt that we should like someone have to do it. So yeah, if we step in and we do it, I think that's great. It's good for the community.
How big is your time window?
It's on July. We have some good
No,
time.
how much time are you getting to present?
Oh, 1 hour.
Okay. Wow, that's a long presentation.
Yeah, the thesis is quite a thing, right? We can speak. I'm pretty sure we can speak for an hour.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely
yeah.
marathon presentation.
Wow.
That's good.
And if it's two of us, yeah, there's
I
no
didn't
one
know
to
it's
go.
gonna be that long. I thought it's gonna be like 15 minutes, like the usual
Yeah.
slots that they had in the past. Yeah, I mean, if it's for 1 hour, because I was thinking that we'll be only focusing on the transparency practices in the TEC because it's something unique to TEC, because
Yeah.
so I thought we'll be focusing more on transparency. But if it's gonna be an hour long, maybe it would be better to also invite other stewards to talk about yeah, about the TEC, or I don't know if we want to focus on other aspects
Yeah.
of the TEC.
I honestly think that's cool. Like we can talk about gravity and maybe like Juan does like like we are not going to do like a full talk of gravity as a DAO, but as what gravity is doing in the TC, and then if Juan sadly is not going to be there, but if Juan was going to do a presentation for gravity, it would be like focus on gravity only. Like this is like just like a broad call for the TC. So yeah, like something similar. Oh, we hear you now. Oh, in English, definitely. Because yeah, like the crowd is going, even if it's in Barcelona, like the people who come is from everywhere. Like even Ivy, I don't think Ivy wants to make a presentation in Spanish.
Does anybody speak Catalan?
Yeah, I speak Catalan.
Cool. I mean, what is your guys' thoughts on like the long term goal of TEC? Like, what is like an ultimate accomplishment?
I mean, build the tools and make the open. You know, like right now, like all the token engineering on around economics around like every token or whatever. Like normally they keep it secret, right? Like
Right.
Uniswap, and then it's because they then things like the vampire attack from SushiSwap and stuff happens. So the idea is like TC like do all that stuff as a public good, so anyone can reply anything. And
I mean,
the
do we have
idea, Mhm.
do we have plans for like variations of tokens outside of the tech token? Like,
It's not like, I mean, like the common stack was funding the TC, and the
right.
goal of common stack is creating commons. So maybe we will have at some point roads tokens or hospital tokens or anything about around commons goods. So the TC is creating the tools, and then when you have the tool, like it's pretty easy to replicate and grow easier.
Sure. Yeah,
I
that's
think
well,
I think I don't think it's going to be easy anyways to understand the TC, and probably I'm not sure, but I think that the topic about hospital tokens would be more on the common stack side, because I don't think the TC aims to develop any like what I understand is the TC aims to develop like the tools and infrastructure, but not necessarily um, build economies for other people, like actively build economies. That's a common stack, not.
Yeah,
right.
totally.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was just going to say that like we can, yeah, like like this part that I just said is like a presentation of common stack, not TC.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like the kind of what Bear indicated that it would be good if if we're you're having a long opportunity for a big presentation to at least like make an effort to disambiguate what TEC is about. And I know you say it's about tools and creating a place for token engineering to succeed going forward and building sustainable economies of the future and whatnot. But to just try to elaborate a little bit of like kind of like what we are saying with the hospital token, but just what that might look like. It doesn't have to be specific like the hospital tokens, saying that we're definitely going to do this, we're definitely going to do that. But it is somewhat nebulous, and when people come in, they really don't have a clear idea of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. We could say, oh, we're building tools, but kind of like what will the tools do? And so outside of like the praise system or the RAD dashboard or um, what might some of those be like going forward? It's just a thought.
I've been thinking about the TC in a particular way these last days. Maybe it helps any of you do the presentation or whatever. But like, um, I think the TEC is akin to a land, a land that's a public good. So when you have a shared land where everyone can put their cows and dogs and whatever, uh, you have rules, and so you have the eight principles from Eleanor Ostrom, and so I think the TC is like the land where everyone can come and just learn or just practice token engineering, and the contributors at the TC are sort of the guardians of that land, and our work is to ensure that the eight principles are being met, so we don't fall into the tragedy of the commons. So I think that would be that could be an interesting point, because the TC is really weird to understand, but if you put the TC like a land, uh, it's probably a better way to put that, and to just see that we don't necessarily do anything. We just let people come in and use the resources we naturally have as a commons. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the intention is just to connect with the crowd and make excitement around the TC. Like, I honestly think like what we're doing is super cool, and that's what I also was feeling in Amsterdam when I was telling people what we're doing. The people was so excited, but then like we are, pretty small. Like if like other communities are like have thousands of people in a Discord call. I mean, they do teaching stuff. It's easier to gather people that way. But the things like, yeah, we are doing like very amazing things. Like if the world know, more people should, hold TC tokens. And I think at some point when we have the reward system, and yeah, I don't know, like probably Bear, you and teaching. I don't know if you guys even have TC, but I'm pretty sure like at some point, like with the reward system, you are going to have some TC. Maybe you guys sell it, that's fine. Maybe you hold it, that's awesome. But like there will like maybe some sell, some get them. So at some point, like if people like to contribute to the DC, there will be like more and more holders and more volume in the bonding curve, which is like the ultimate goal. Like if there's volume in the bonding curve, that means like if there's revenue. Yeah, honestly, and even if people is selling, that's also good because we have a bonding curve. Like the idea is like what we need the most is not like the price go up, but volume. We need people like buying and selling like constantly. Yeah, yeah, that's what we need. Participation. Yeah.
I I was just I had a quick question about the audit. Going back to it real quick. Is there some intention to like distribute the presentation of the audit to the hatchers or to uh, any large token holder as kind of like a demonstration of what the funds have been being utilized for, give them some confidence to continue to buy more tokens?
Yeah, basically, like we said in the last call, so we are going to. We already talked it in the community call. Maybe we can just keep doing it one more time. We're going to make a forum post and a newsletter so it can reach people from the community. And then, yeah, also in the handbook. But like the idea of the audit is like it seems like at some point I was thinking like probably it was a tool for the stewards to get decisions. That can be, but then also like it's a good tool for the this financial working group that is being created. So yeah, like they can see like the numbers like they are getting, like their decisions, who are yeah, how their decisions are moving, like the revenue and the funding, and yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, uh, yeah, maybe we didn't schedule any call. Ivy, do you want to schedule a call for doing the payments?
Sure. Do you think the information will be ready by tomorrow? You can probably do it
Yeah.
on your 2 p.m.
I don't know if I'll be driving, but I mean,
2
no
p.m.
one's.
or 4 p.m.
Yeah, 4 p.m. But I mean, 2 p.m. could work, but could not work.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it
4
at
p.m.
your 4 p.m.
4
tomorrow.
p.m. Yeah, that would work 100%.
Okay.
Uh, okay. So that's payments. Do we need to sing? Maybe we could also do for start preparing the presentation.
Sure. But I'm hoping we can finish. I'm hoping we can finish uh
Yeah,
earlier
probably.
than an hour because I have a
Yeah.
board meeting after that call.
Oh yeah, like the payments for sure. Like they are pretty fast.
Mhm.
We can just make the transactions when you sign. I can just do the rest. Uh, okay. This. Oh yeah. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to die. I need. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else we need to discuss? Because I would love to use this extra time.
None from me. I could use also this extra time to review the audit.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I feel like this is, yeah, it's a different thing. Yeah, what gravity is doing for payments is still work. I think we could keep using this talk that ratio created and don't overhead ourselves. And, yeah, but
Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it makes sense just because Gravity is like have a business model. They are trying to become a DAO, so they are like a business itself. Like we just operations on the TC. So as long as we can report what we're spending the money, I don't think like we need a business plan or anything.
Yeah, it was my bad because I thought the Gravity document had like payment stuff. But
No,
yeah,
Gravity used to work. Like and
I think we would really benefit from we are going to have some more time now that the audit's done. So I'm pretty sure we would benefit from having maybe one or two sessions talking about the standardization of documents on the TC, or one of which would be payments. Um, so every or most of the working groups, like we could develop a series of documents that, in collaboration with all the working groups, that sort of work for everyone, and makes and also make our work easier when when tracking information, because it's
yeah.
honestly a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, like we don't want to impose how other working groups have to work. Like like if Gravity wants to use the work and stewards want to use a spreadsheet, like it's their call. Like I don't feel like transparency should be imposing anything on other working groups. And at the same time, like if we
No,
have extra time, I would rather just like explore new things, like how civil detection. Like this is a pretty good topic, like the transparency could start working on. We also have to do the NFT for the audit. Like I feel like I don't think like we should. Yeah, I don't think like the transparency working group should impose the
I'm
work on other things. I feel like we eventually like transparency will have this thing, towards this thing, and it's going to be evolving. And the one who's more efficient, people will be just picking it.
yeah, I mean, I don't mean to impose, but to collaborate, because each working group works differently, but we all work together. We can, like, we in transparency cannot act like we are alone in the TEC, and so each document would have, like, would be different in a sense, but I mean, it's just a discussion to have. Maybe it happens, maybe not. It doesn't, but a minimum standard that, or I don't know, maybe it's not like we have to make the documents per se, but develop a framework to, or some way to to be able to rapidly go through all the processes, numbers, whatever, because we took quite some time doing the audit, and that time won't that time is likely to increase in the upcoming audits as the TC evolves, and in operations increases, and all of that. And so we have to make something, because
Yeah,
just and just for the sake of, I guess, for various reasons. Like, first of all, it will be easier for us, but also it will be cheaper for the whole TC, because if we let the TC grow without any structure, and we have to spend an tremendous amount of time looking for data, that's money that the TC is going to have to
yeah,
pay, just because
but
we don't want to come through to a consensus on how to just just display payments and some other things.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only part I had some trouble was with the milestones, and we are already putting a solution on that. I mean, I have an issue on SendHub that says like modify the template for people to make asking money on the commons. So one of the questions being asked when someone making a proposal is, how are you going to share like your milestones? So uh, yeah, this is something like we are going to have like for the next audit. I'll plan to do it this week. I mean, it's pretty easy thing to change. But for the rest of the things, I honestly don't think like we took so much time with the audit. I feel we were pretty efficient, honestly. I don't know. That might be me, but yeah. But my only concern with this discussion we're just having is like we are talking general. We are not going to the specifics. So actually, like, what would be NT or BER the thing like you guys think needs to change, like in detail, like one thing. Yeah, but that's imposing. If you want
I think
everyone to use the same, it's imposing. Like right now, everyone have their own way,
um
and if you want everyone have the same way, that's imposing. Like you have to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, you're doing it wrong.
uh can
Yeah, but everyone is showing them. Like who is not showing those?
I think we can make. I mean, we don't have to impose, but I feel like what the one way we can deal with this is like we can make a proposal. Like if we want, we're not imposing, but maybe we can get the feedback of the from the community. Like, what do they think is the best way for them to? What's easier for them to see the information, the expenses, the fund movement from the working groups, and then we can we can start a survey. And then but if the other ways, like maybe we can make a proposal like from the transparency perspective, this is the best tool that will show the expenses from different working groups. It's the most efficient way to present this information. So we are proposing that every working group use this tool. Then we're not imposing, but we're just proposing, and then let the community decide if they want all working groups to use the same tool for reporting this information.
But we already did that.
Which one?
Even in our proposal says like we are going to report the hours the best way, and we found in this forum post an advice process that didn't have money engagement.
I think what we proposed before is only for we didn't propose a specific tool that we encourage the other working groups to use. But if we can be more specific with what tool we suggest for the working groups to use.
We said they work at some point in that forum post.
Yeah, but I think that
it's I think in that forum post we propose different methods, not only one method. So we can, if we really want to push the work forward, then we can just make a clear proposal that, hey, this working groups, we propose that, everybody use the same, everybody use the work.
But then what happened with the people who do not use the work? We're 2 minutes on the top of the hour. But yeah. Okay. What happened with the people that do not follow the process? Like they don't use the work.
The issue is that we have to come to a consensus, or operations are going to be expensive as hell. Because like I get what you're saying, and I'm not trying to impose. It's not like we are going to do a template and say, hey, stewards, use this template. It's more like we are going to make a template, well, like collaborativamente. I don't know how to say that in English, but like we're going to collaborate within all the working groups to make a template. It's like I was thinking about this the other day. Well, what would be cool is if we had templates all across, and we could even make a script that reads all the spreadsheets and make the audit like in a second, you know. And that's cheaper because that's less money that the TC is going to spend. But if I have to spend time going through, for example, the stewards ask for money on a Twitter on a Discord thread. We do on the forum, and each one has a different type of spreadsheet, and I have to go through all the chats finding for the exact spreadsheet and seeing if that's up to date and all of that. That sounds like nuances, but that's time that's piling up on my end, and that's time that I will have to get compensated for, you know. And so if we can come to a bare minimum consensus, like I don't mean, and I don't think every like the same template will work for everyone, but sort of like a modular thing where we can pick and choose and make it work for everyone. We could, you know, go rapidly and copy all the data and then paste it into the audit. And that's for the sake of audit, but also for the sake of financial analysis or operational analysis or whatever. There's I'm finding a lot of benefits, and it's not like we could do that without them, but it's going to take time. And we are seeing that the TC is spending way more than what it's receiving, so we have to make everything possible to reduce every penny. And that, you know, in operational administration is one way we could reduce at least a few bucks.
Yeah, that last sentence of getting the audit faster, that makes sense. But I mean, we're actually on the top of the hour. I think we can. I don't think that's something like it's urgent. We can keep this discussion in the next call if everyone agrees. We could also keep chatting async if someone feel it's more urgent. But yeah, we are right now on the top of the hour. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.